hopefully you got your coffee ready to go. You're good. We're slumming it here. Got some fast food coffee, but you know, it's fine. It's GMOs or not, I'm good to go. We're going to find some value in the market. That's what we're going to do. We're going to use Portfolio EV. I'm going to build a couple of parlays selfishly, but I figured if I'm going to use these tools every day, and if I'm going to put out parlays publicly and for the Discord and everywhere else, the very least I can do, as you've been told by countless employees over here at OddsShopper, sign up, sign up, sign up. Easiest thing I can do. The really most generous thing I can do with my time is just sit here, answer some questions, go through the process, explain why we constantly see people popping in and saying this shit works, this shit works, this shit works. Look, it's been a wild February. All right. I mean, let's just be honest here. People are up and down, up and down. I mean, the Super Bowl saved me 139% on the ROI. But I mean, look, if you just look at the long game here and you can see overall what we're talking about, it's edge. It's just finding edge and exploiting that edge over time. It's why close the end of February, I'm up over 93 units, and it comes from discipline, not just using our tools. All right, so right away, I've got stuff up. I've got stuff up here on the board, and I want to find edge within the market. That's why I have Portfolio EV, and that's why I have my tools set up accordingly. As of right now, all of these are popping up on Onyx. Now, you can see my 11 portfolios. I'll show you how to build this. I'll take all your questions, everything across the board. Don't worry, but I just want to build at least one. Can we do that? Just at least one parlay here with the tools. So, okay, lines move quick on Onyx. They don't necessarily move as fast on DK. Essentially, what we have here is everything that's on Onyx is going to pop up also on DraftKings. Now, you can see that there is massive edge across the board for this one play. And it's our first play, Ivica Zubats, under 13.5 boards. Big number on the road against the Bulls. The matchup, what he's done over the last 10, 20. What's the price? It's like the old Seinfeld episode. I'm dating myself, like old Seinfeld episode when they're talking about the apartment. What's the rent? That's the only thing people care about in New York City. What's the rent? The only thing we care about here as sharp-minded plus EV bettors using this top-down market-based approach, what's the price? Minus 135. Now, what are the true odds? Meaning the actual retail price. What is what this price should be? Minus 145. Okay, hold on. Unibet, Sugar House, Bet Rivers, they're the same book using the same operator. Massive edge at minus 120. I'm limited at Bet Rivers and Sugar House. Unibet doesn't even exist anymore. I don't know what this is, but I can't bet it. Fanatics won't take my money. BetMGM has significantly limited me. DraftKings has limited me, but I know I can get around it through Onyx. So we're going to build this sucker on DK for you so I can put out that link and you can all tag it here. But we're going to roll with Ivica Zubats number one. And this is where we get the edge. This is exactly where you see that edge come from. So we're going to add this to our ticket. Ivica, right there at the top. And as you see here, I mean, stuff just constantly pumps, constantly recheck, constantly fresh, everything you can because the market is moving, folks. It's moving. All right. Vassell's the next guy here. And again, we're looking at the same exact principles across the board. Nothing changes no matter who the player is. Nothing changes except maybe the number switches. And I'll get to this bet in a second as far as what stands out. But you can see here just taking points. Now, we're going to run this same game parlay, folks. All right? And we're going to see just how many we could jam in here. I know I can do it over at Onyx, but I'm doing it here for the benefit of you on DraftKings. So, look, I think what we have to focus on, maybe more than anything, the price is number one. And this is live. I mean, we're putting these in as we go. So I can put this back up and people can tag, assuming that the value is still there. Yeah, we're at plus 232. Put this in the parlay builder. Here we go. We can't bet here, but we can bet here. Plus 232. I'm in. Now, I'm limited. I'm capped. I'm going to have you. Who cares? $6 is $6. I put that in there. That's our very first parlay. Now, do you see how that worked? I didn't need to use this. Shout out to John Hyslop. Stop using your brain. I love it. I love it. Plus EV betting, top down, market-based approach. Leave your brain at home. We've just created our very first parlay using my portfolio. All right. How did we get there? And again, you got questions? I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Joey B's in the house. Kevin Bloomfield's in the house. Jared Ramirez in the house. Let's look at that. Ben Raza's in the house. Let's look at this, Jared, here. We're going to build a portfolio, right? But let's build on this point here about Porzingis. Because yesterday, I mean, what the hell was that, right? I'm just seeing if Porzingis even pops up. I know he was on the Pick'ems because I did a Pick'em short earlier for Underdog. But this is just the mass nature, right, of the NBA. It's just ridiculous. And people are getting pulled left and freaking right. It's insane. It's ignorant how difficult it is to keep up with this league. We get it. So, looking at this here, Ramirez, Porzingis under, 20 and a half. Let's look at that. Because for me, at least, if he's out there, I want to fade it. Now, we're going to get the edge. We're going to get the true odds. Everything I showed you for a portfolio is also here accessible. So, again, maybe you're in the DFS world. You're looking at edge, 2% edge, 3% edge. You know exactly what that means over time. You know exactly how you can exploit that for profit over time. So this is all we're doing, is finding the best means. And yes, shout out to Jared Ramirez. He just found ourselves the play of the day. The play of the day is Kristaps Porzingis. We could get greedy and add that to a 3-leg parlay, but I just want to isolate this. So even if you don't have a portfolio set, what you need to be, and we're going to do that in a second, you can still see that there is edge that pops up. All right, great. We just found edge over at Onyx. Let's bet it because I'm rolling with this sucker so we can show that ticket. Great find by Jared. This is why the community works. This is why we take your questions. This is why we look at plays. This is exactly why talking through this is going to mean everything. All right? Now, let me go ahead and boss it. And look, what happens? The guy was injured to the point where they just pulled his ass. I mean, they just pulled him, and it's still, it's moved over here at minus 105 on Onyx. So we'd have to bet it at DraftKings, assuming that it's still there on DK. But again, this thing could move. In the time that it took me flapping away, this sucker may have just simply moved. Let's see. My guess is that's what happened. But you know what? No, it's still there. Well, I'm telling you right now, looking at Onyx and PA, this is no longer the case. True odds are minus 107. Unfortunately, my friend, I just don't think we can find this anywhere else. I don't think we can get this. Looking at it right now, even on DraftKings, I don't think we can get this at 107. If you snipe this, yeah, it's 115 across the board. Congratulations. If you snipe that, you got it. And the market moves. And this is what happens, right? The market fluctuates. And if you're ahead of it, you're going to get this massive CLV. But if you're down and you're constantly taking bad numbers, or you missed it and you see its move, so, let me jump on it now. Stop. Just stop. Don't do that. All right, we've got every book open here. I'm in PA. I'm going to show you how to build a very simple portfolio with the NBA. We're going to go Caesars, and we're just going to look at, actually, I think we did Caesars yesterday. So let's do, you know what? Let's do FanDuel, because FanDuel is interesting. It's not always returning a plus ROI. So we go here to the win range, 2%. That's fine. 1 or 2%, whatever you fancy is fine. I just entered all of this, right? I went to the current season. I went to the portfolio lab. I went to the current season, NBA, FanDuel. I just showed you, right? We just built a parlay off the Zubats Vassell parlay. We just built that. And shout out, by the way, because we hit one yesterday right here on the show. Don't think I forgot about that. We hit our NBA same game parlay. So where were you on that? We have to give out this ticket. Remember, we built this right here on the show, and we used our same game profit boost. And we said anybody who threw their Twitter account, anybody watching the show at the time, and we have a winner, we'll announce the winner at the end of the show, but give away the ticket. Not bad. $88 for just putting your Twitter handle in there. So we've used this to essentially take each one of these legs and boosted it, and we got a better number at plus 879 than what the actual true odds for a same game parlay would be. So even after the same game parlay correlation tax, we hit that. So we've got one show parlay up already today. I want to show you how we got there, because the idea of this is to be here, is to just have stuff populate and you just run to it and bet it without thinking because you've set it up correctly. So let's go back and do that. We want the NBA current season. All right. And again, we're going to do FanDuel here. Very simple stuff. FanDuel. I'm going to leave all this open because I want to see what's working. It's a very simple stuff, man. I want to see what's working. Why would you bet shit that's not working? If there is a market that's telling you is losing, forget ROI, plus, minus, just look, if there's a negative and it's red, it means it's bad. If there's a plus and it's green, it means it's good. That's pretty much a staple across life. You can apply that line of thinking to pretty much everything you see. Red, especially with a minus, bad. Plus, green, good. That's not going to trip you up. And any place it does is like, positive and negative in the medical community, right? Like that's the only time it's going to get you. FanDuel is set. Preview results. Let's do it. Again, I'm just looking at what specifically is working on FanDuel. Aha. So if you judge a book by its cover and you see, well, Shander just told me minus red equals bad, you can see, well, every single bet is returning a minus 0.1% ROI. Every single bet. You're down $61 if you bet everything across the board. Okay. But what are you up if you just bet points? $386. What are you up if you just bet rebounds? And again, $386 off what? $750 type bets. Same thing with rebounds. Less volume, a little bit less volume, but not by much. And you're up even more. So what we're going to do here is use data. You don't have to be a nerd, a geek. You don't have to be any other word that's attributed to people who just give a shit about numbers and the importance of numbers. You just need to know how to win money. And all that is just saying, okay, let's not do red. Let's do green. That's it. I wish it could be this easy. Yeah, I mean, Jared was in there, right? Yeah, Stam, he was sick. Right, he was sick. He was sick right up until the point in which they pulled him, which was like 2 minutes to tip. They already did the starting lineups. They did the video introduction. Bam, bam, bam. Chris Dash. They did all of that. And they pulled him. The NBA is on another level, man. And just wait until this shit comes out. It's on another level. All right, here we go. Alex, I need to make 10K fast. What's the best bet to make that amount of money? The best bet is taking advantage of this free week trial and signing up. That would be mine. If you're looking to win $10,000 in one bet because you want to make 10K fast, I'm going to tell you right now, you're in the wrong industry. Go do it. Try the stock or try selling something like Forex or some other shit. You can get lucky. You could absolutely put 5,000 down, or maybe it's 10,000, right? You could put 10K on an even money bet right now. I mean, shit, I could give you one. I was just showing you right now that building the portfolio is mad easy here. And by the way, we're going to take points and rebounds. That's going to be our bet category, is going to be player props, and we're going to do points and rebounds. And now we're going to preview results. And this is my FanDuel portfolio, specifically highlighting points and rebounds. Anything that pops on FanDuel for me in PA is points and rebounds. We just built your portfolio. Easy. Hey, don't worry. Your notifications are on, so you won't miss anything on the phone because you've downloaded the mobile app. You're good to go, man. And now you can just start running it. So let's look at this here. Let's see if we can make our friend Alex $10,000. Now, here's the easy way to do this, right? I kid, but here's the easy way to do this. Greg Ehrenberg on Twitter, Nathan Joyce on Twitter, right? Like you can see, I've even done this earlier. I had a road to 100 units where I was just betting solo NBA player props from PortfolioEV. You can check it out at ShanderBets again on Twitter. And I ran this, and it took me less than 60 days to hit 100 units. So if your unit size is $100 or maybe $1,000, whatever it is, you can see just how fast you can get to $10,000. Look, man, this is not some odds jam segment where we're going to try to run you up and get you in this and say, yeah, you can do this tomorrow. This is about a long play. I told you, a lot of just look at this. Look at this calendar. Look at this calendar. Now, the ROI, right, where you see it. But I think the other part of this, too, is my February calendar is an absolute fucking disaster. I mean, it truly is. And if you look at the fact that I'm up 33 units with an ROI of 5.74 percent, I'm up 33.2 units, and I cleared 38 on the Super Bowl. That should tell you everything. This has been a ridiculously difficult February for me. But has anything changed? No, not at all. 139% ROI on the Super Bowl where I cleared 38 units. Lost a bunch of units. Lost units last night. Lost units the other night, 24th. Lost units on the 22nd. Look at the 20th. Woo! Got smacked in the face on the 20th. Lost 10.5 units. Texted Eric Lindquist, I'm done. I'm out. Of course, that's just me venting because you never, ever, ever stop. You just keep pouring what you win, but right back into it. So, no, the idea here, my friend, is not to put $9,000 and 98 whatever to make the 10K back on Kawhi Leonard, because this is all about volume. And this is a really good opportunity, I think, to talk about volume and use Alex's question. Thanks, Brendan. Appreciate it. Use Alex's question to kind of pivot off of that. Gave you our parlay right now. Let's build another one. But as we do that, as we build this other parlay, just know that none of this is meant to be hit this right away. We can lock this in since we're in. We can lock this in since we're in. None of this is like, this is a lock. This is a sure thing fire. Oh my God, look at the HROI, 15.5%. That means that, granted, it's not a ton of bets here, but what we've seen is return 15.5%. You'll see that a little bit better on books that maybe I don't have because Onyx pops up. Fanatics, okay, 2.9%. So this is another thing, too, that works really well, right? Avija here on Fanatics under 17.5 points. Just because there is a 2.9%, you're essentially guaranteed to bet long-term into this market a profit. And we're telling you that profit is about 2.9%. So look at it one way or the other. One way is you can go the Alex mode, which is I need to make 10K right now. This is not a GPP tournament. And if it were, you would put more than one in there, right? If you were playing in the Millie Maker and you wanted to increase your edge and you wanted to increase the chances of you winning $1 million, are you going to put 1, 5, or max your lineups? You're going to max your lineups. And that's all we're doing every single night here is we're maxing our lineups. Our lineups just happen to be bets. That's all this is. It just happens to be bets. So we're getting in as many as we can. And one thing that we have here, and this is, again, why I said just check us out for the free week. Check it out. But one thing we have, and you can use this all the freaking time, is the mass entry tool. So you saw I just added 17 bets. These are the 17 bets that I just took from the mass entry tool. Just like you would for a contest. Mass enter in a contest. You're doing that here. They're all here. They've all popped up. And look, some of them are different than others. This is an over 18 plus Drummond's PRA. Ooh. Oh, I mean, why would anyone rush to bet an over on the Philadelphia 76ers? But people did, and that's probably what happened is people bet a lot of unders, so that opened up an opportunity with an over. It happens every now and again. Brunson under 7.5 assists. Absolutely love that play, especially going up against the Sixers team. It's Dreck, and he should just do some torching. But hey, we just added 17 bets in 3 seconds. 17 bets in 3 seconds. You can mark them as placed as well. So yeah, this is about working that edge. My advice would be, if you need to make 10K, start with $1,000 bankroll or whatever you can, right? Like Ehrenberg and Nate have shown you that you don't need to start with 5K or anything along those lines. You can start with a $100 bankroll and grow that. But put the most that you're comfortable with as a bankroll. And, you can put all of that in here, right? That's part of your portfolio, is looking specifically at your bankroll. So let's do that, right? Go back to the lab. And we're talking about a bankroll here. So if I say, all right, my bankroll, because I want to make 10K as fast as I can, I have a $5,000 bankroll here. So now I've implemented that, where everything I get back is going to push that specifically $5,000 bankroll. Every bet, the suggested size. Now I have it at 1,000, right? But everything suggested size is going to reflect that. Come on, you're in good shape here. Let's see what we can do. Let's see if I can build another parlay with y'all real quick. Man, Onyx is popping right now. Onyx is the place to be in the morning, apparently. Get a swig of coffee. Hit that thumbs up if you're watching on YouTube. We have the link in the chat. Come join us. Free week trial on top of that. Here's the thing. Free week trial, and I'll help build your first portfolio. I don't know if I want to go same game parlay right now. I think I want to bounce around a little bit. Okay, let's do that. Let's bounce around. Let's add Kawhi Leonard. Again, this stuff moves so fast. I need to make sure it's still in there. That's it. Because Onyx is quick. Heavyweights and still undisputed. If you go back. I still, I threw that out there earlier. Like, do we have anything at all that's related to the best Onyx song that's not Throw Your Guns or Slam? I had to take those off. Here's our other one, plus 349. This one looks good. This one looks really good. All right, so let's build this now. Again, we just took the top 2 plays that popped up. You saw the process. The edge comes from beating the market, beating the true odds. You saw the process in building the portfolio. And that comes from now setting this thing on cruise control. So everything I bet now off PortfolioEV is running off cruise control. Onyx is going to get me. I know they're going to get me because these lines are still up here right now. And it's only a matter of time before they turn around. Yeah, they had me logged back in. Crumbs. These crumbs. Just let me get the damn Barnes bet in, and we're good to go. But I love this here that we're north of 3-1 on the return, plus 349. You can see we even get a better edge right now than we do on DraftKings. Come on. We're in. We're in. There's no way it's going to take this long and tell me no. There we go. Plus 330. We just bet that too. So again, it dipped. It's not 349. It dipped because it's mirroring DraftKings. So any edge that you initially have on Onyx, okay, go back. But make sure that you're still getting the DraftKings price. If you're not getting the DraftKings price and this is below the DK price, it's not worth it. But we just built our second parlay here. Fantastic. All right. See what we have as far as some boosts are concerned. We crushed, absolutely crushed that FanDuel boost. We're going to do it again. So if you have anything at all, right? Anything at all that you have questions about, I see people popping in the chat. Good to have you back here, Chai11. I don't think I have anything here for FanDuel today. Wow. We hit that boost on FanDuel, and they said, nah, you're good. You're good. We do have some stuff popping on DraftKings, and this could be fun. All right. So the 3 daily boost, if you see, you get these 3 daily boosts on the NBA Profit Pack. And looking at them just to see if there's anything here. All right, the same game parlay boost. So we're going to get a 3s parlay, but that's going to be positive. So unless we can find an over on 3s, they're going to make us bet overs on that. Alt overs and overs. The same game parlay profit boost. Now, this is the same game parlay X profit boost. It's one of these 3 right here. We can do that. We can build this. Okay? So we're going to take a same game parlay X just making sure that I know exactly how many legs we need. Minimum 4, all right? Minimum odds are plus 200. That's fine. We can do that. All right, let's go to the parlay builder. Let's have some fun here. All right, so again, I'm back on my, by the way, I want to make sure that I take this out so I know not to bet it again. We got Barnes in there and we got Kawhi in there, right? Bet. You can even hit placed if you want to add them. Placed. That gets rid of them entirely. Okay. So we want to go, we want to go to the parlay builder here. Yeah, we do have a bet tracker. That's pretty cool. Parlay builder, DraftKings. Let me see what we got. And we're going to open this thing up, of course, for a same game parlay. So let's see what we have here. You know, sometimes you just add and it refreshes. There we go. Okay. So we're going to remove and see what we have at the top. This is good. We've got edge here. We've got edge. This is great. So who cares that we bet this already? It's one leg on a separate one. We're going to add Collins. We're going to add Kawhi Leonard. Oh, we're building, folks. We need one more in this Clippers-Bulls game, and then we can do whatever the hell we want. James Harden. There we go. Now, as this is assuming, of course, that it's going to let us throw all of this in on the same game parlay. Oh, man. Are we really going to fade Cat? I know we're not supposed to add any analysis. I know we're not supposed to talk. I know this is not supposed to be a last 10, 20, anything along those lines, but the Philadelphia 76ers, it's like they're begging. Boy, every time I fade somebody in the backcourt going up against the Boston Celtics, it makes perfect sense on paper, and yet it never plays out. Let's do that. We'll fade Cade Cunningham. All right, now we just added our same game parlay X. Let's just make sure that this sucker works, because that's the biggest part of it all, right? Is that if it doesn't work, well, we're screwed. So here we go. Bet now. Nope. So, all right, let's see what we can find instead. DraftKings is tricky with this. Is there any over at all? Is there any over? That would open some things up. Oh, okay. Let's add Andre Drummond. I think I have an idea. Let's get rid of some stuff. All right. We'll start over. I got time. You got time. We'll start over. We're building this out. And just like we did last time, we're going to give away the entire ticket. All right. And see how much I'm limited, but we're going to give away the entire ticket. At least $100. How about that? At least $100 if this thing hits, if not more. If the ticket is more than that, great. And all you need to do is just throw your Twitter handle up here in the account. We're going to get to some chat questions here in a second here. Bill, random question. Kind of a random question. Certain percentage of your profits I take out of your sports books to pay myself. No, in the sense of that I am with OddsShopper, so I'm not paying myself. I think what you do have to factor in, and it's going to be, negligible, what have you, but whatever you're paying for, whatever information you're paying for. In this case, we're paying for the tools. In this case, I'm paying monthly for actual tools, right? So that would take out $100 a month. I would have to factor in on my profits, but I'm not taking a salary from what I'm doing, unless, of course, you're using that. You're taking that out. Oh, okay. I need to pay myself as a professional bettor, or I need a new jet ski, or my kids need new shoes, whatever it may be. So that's the best way I think I would answer that. Free bets are out here, bro. Where you been? 10:29. I've been on for 30 minutes, cuz. We're building right now a free same game parlay X if I can just get around DraftKings nonsense, and then we're good. So let's start with as many overs as we can. They're all plus EV. They're all beating the market. They're all good bets. Andre Drummond over. All right, we're good. Here we go. DeMar DeRozan over. Okay, we're good. Remember, it's the same game parlay X, 4 legs minimum. So what we need now is to factor in. Oh, that thing's going to be sick with that DeRozan 2+3s. Ooh. And it's just, you start to look at these and you have no choice. Stop using your brain. It's the John Hyslop special right there. Stop using your brain. All right, so let's find any other over that we can. Again, we have Drummond in there. That's fine. How Halliburton, DeRozan is in there with threes. Anything else that we can see in here? Again, we still have small edge. All right. Don't think that by any means this isn't like, oh my God, you're still grinding out. I get it. Like it's going to take you longer to grind out a 0.3% edge than not. San Antonio, Houston. Oh, we still are short a game. All right, we'll figure this thing out. That's what I love about doing this ahead of time. And I can't build it out ahead of time because by the time I do that, the market moves and you're complaining that everything is left. All right, so let's try this one more time. If not, then unfortunately, we cannot use the tools to build this thing. But we have that Knicks Sixers game and we have the Kings Jazz game. So let's see what we have here at the top. And technically, I think what we can do is we can add an under from each. So we'll add Cat on that Sixers game. And then I think I saw George. All right, we'll add George here as well. This is not bad. A 20-1 same game parlay. Remember, if DraftKings accepts this, then we get to bet it. And I get to give out the profits like we did last time. Accept it, you scum. Oh, you mother. They just won't. They refuse. They absolutely refuse. That we can get in. Funny how that works. All right, look, I'll do something. I'll post it when we get out of here because I'm not just going to sit here and try to grind out everything specifically. Let's get back, though, because we do want to look at some free bets that we have across the board here. Cade Cunningham, under 28.5 points, rolling with that. Scoot Henderson, although he hasn't been truly profitable overall as an individual. Shout out Lofty on that thread. You can catch him and Greg. YouTube right here, 1 o'clock Eastern, as well as their socials. That's the first. These are our top two free plays right now. Top two solo plays right now. Cade Cunningham under 28.5 points against the Boston Celtics. Good luck there. That's a tough one. And we're getting him at a good price, minus 115. Again, some of these books are also offering it, but it's just no way. Unless, again, you're here maybe to become a profitable bettor. That's great, but there's just no way long-term you're getting money down at Fanatics or PointsBet. They just don't accept winning or profitable bettors. Yeah, I mean, Lindy, we tried, man. I'm doing something wrong because they won't accept my unders. They won't accept. Unbelievable, right? It's crazy how this is working. There's no way that Brian is following me and said, finally, as far as what we've been doing. But again, like it's going to be hard to be up 93.5 units in 2025. It's doctored. It's faked. See what else we got here. Cade Cunningham in the house. Scoot. We already bet Ivica. Zach Collins, another good one. Hey, it's early in the morning. My suggestion is to stay on this and constantly look to see if you can find anything at all that pops. Now, again, let's see DraftKings because I am curious, just a little curious, what happens with DK when we pop up. So I want to just remove all of my portfolios and I want to remove anything that's showing a negative historical ROI. I just don't want to bet into that market. It's not the end of the world. It just means I don't want to bet into it. See, hockey's popping up. MGM. There you go. Alex Laferriere. Don't worry. We're going to build a monster before we get out of here. Zach Collins in the house, too. Just looking for one or two overs. We had some overs on DraftKings when we were building earlier. We're going to do a ladder of the day and then a parlay of the day. There is no way in hell. I'm going to go take a little risk here. There is no way in hell right now that Eric Lindquist is going to let me run an alt ladder for Andre Drummond's PRA, right? Like there's just no way. I will get scolded on the 2 o'clock Eastern show. I may not even be allowed on that show. But we got to check, right? Like we got to check. Can we at least do this? Is this even allowed on DraftKings? So Andre Drummond over 17.5 PRA sits at minus 110 on DK. All right. It's still there technically, as you can see right now. But, you know, look, this is it. We're using the tools here as the foundation, the first rung, if you will, of our ladder. Yeah, let's take it to 20. And let's take it to 25. I'm willing to push it. Look, Joel Embiid is a corpse right now. This team has absolutely zero presence down low in the paint. Not that they had any when Embiid was really playing. The Knicks are not running that typical 2-man 5 spot. There's just going to be a lot of rebounding and even maybe a couple of assist opportunities here for him. I'm going to have to personally bet this over, I believe, at Onyx because I'm limited. But here's what we're going to do. All right, folks? Here's what we're going to do. This, ladies and gentlemen, is your Portfolio EV Coffee Bets ladder of the day. All right? We're going to go a full unit on 18 plus. We're going to go 20 plus at plus 145 and 25 plus at a half unit. If we run the ladder, if we run this entire ladder, I'll give somebody who puts their Twitter handle in right now or any social, any way that you can hit me up and we can talk to each other on social media. I'll give somebody $150 right away. That's it. $150 if this cashes. Don't worry. I'm going to bet it. I'm going to take a screenshot, all of that stuff. But this is it. This is live. I cannot believe we're doing this. And I cannot believe I did not get a text stopping me from this very process. But you know what? That's on you, Eric. I gave you an opportunity. I gave you 5 minutes of filibustering. That's on you. We just built an Andre Drummond ladder. Yes. Absolutely love it. All right, I owe you one ticket. I owe you one lotto before we get out of here. Oh, man. Let me see what I can even get down here. I'm curious. It's not going to be 110, 75, and 50. I can promise you that. It's more than I thought. It's more than I thought. Oh, boy. Love it. Here we go. One more time. Let's go to the parlay builder before we get out of here. We showed you how to do that essentially when building the same game parlay X, what have you. But I want to try FanDuel, see if there's anything that's popping up on FanDuel. Again, easiest thing is just try to see, okay, add something and then swap it out if you don't see anything right away. We want a same game parlay for sure. Look, I'm just going to load up what I have available to me. I'm going to load up exactly what I have available to me. Oh, man, look at this. See, we spoke too soon. We could have built an Andre Drummond rebound ladder. We could have built a Cam Johnson rebound PRA ladder. So here's what we'll do. We're going to add everything we can that has at least a 1% edge. That's it. Now, you want a lotto ticket though, right? Like keep telling me you want a lotto, you want a lotto. Underdog, check me out right here on the OddsShopper YouTube channel. There's a short. I just put in my top 2 underdog plays. Absolutely check that out. All right. William Brown, let's talk through this. You haven't hit what in a week? I'm happy to help you. I'm happy to talk this through. If it's a bet off Portfolio EV, we need to change that. If it's just a lotto ticket, then my goodness, my friend, keep betting. Just make sure that you're not bankrupting yourself with your unit size. Do we really want to push this thing? Derek White. Okay, they're all in here. We can add Cade Cunningham. And let's see. I love it. Are we going to add a hockey play? I know I said 1%, but we did add Cade. And you do want a lotto. You are here for the lotto, right? We always end with a lotto ticket. Put $5 on it. Or let, depending on, like what your unit size is, of course. 1330. I mean, we're not. Here we go. Malik Beasley now in the house. So we've added that. White, Johnson, Drummond, Cunningham. Flip, flip, flip. One more for the road. Chet. There we go. That's the lotto we were looking at. Can we get one more to just push this thing up? And now we're at 129.90. Beautiful. It is 129.90 season. Yeah. Let's go ahead and bet this, please. A little correlation on the same game parlay tax, but they're all in here. Here you go, folks. This is your lotto of the night. We got a bunch we just ran through, okay? We gave you a couple of parlays. Don't worry. If you're following along, I'll post those below this. This is dipping. One of you just nuked this. Who nuked this? Show yourself right now. I just gave it to you. Who just put that out there and nuked it? You bastards. We drop below that. Don't worry. It's still going to work. I mean, look, it's still 99.08. But man, that thing took a massive hit right there. Just built that off the parlay builder. Not bad. That's our lotto of the night. You want to copy it? Don't worry. I'm going to tag it. I'll have a link. I'll tag the link. This thing keeps dipping. We're going to be down to 70 at what 70 to 1 before I get out of here. We also built the Andre Drummond ladder, the PRA Andre Drummond ladder, 18 plus, 20 plus, 25 plus. So again, two big giveaways here. The lotto hits. I mean, I'm going to put $5 on this. So the lotto hits will give another $1.50 out. That's two chances for you to win $150 each. Hit me up with your Twitter or whatever social handle you use in the chat. Just to qualify, we can go from there. Man, this thing hit. Another one is dipping. Are y'all betting these like separate same game parlays and then just massacring them? It was Eric. I knew it. You son of a bitch. He took that. He was using the parlay builder as I was doing it, knowing that I had a break or two of like 3 or 4 seconds where I had to come back and talk to you and talk you through my process. And that son of a gun put it out there and nuked it. And then probably gave it out to the Discord and they nuked it. First time listening. All right. So this is it. This is great. We're going to end and do a nice little solid for our friend William here. So, William, this is my suggestion, okay? There's a link in the chat. There's a link below this tweet at ShanderBets. Sign up, get a free week trial. Free week trial, okay? Your portfolio is going to look a lot like this. We just need to build it. So, and you can come back to this for reference, or you can simply hit me up at ShanderBets and DM me. That's fine. But let's get you signed up on that free week trial first. And the very first thing you're going to do as soon as you sign in is say, all right, where do I live and what's my bankroll? Very first two things you need to figure out. Or what's your bankroll and where do you live? In this case, let's say your bankroll is $5,000. Let's say you live in the great state of Pennsylvania like I do. All right, now you need to go and say, I want everything that's current. What sports are you interested in betting? The NHL? Okay, we can do that. Absolutely. Maybe you're interested in the WNBA that's about to hit up too. Let's do one at a time. All right? I don't want you to jump in and pile everything. I want you to do one at a time, one sport at a time. Current season, we're deep enough into the NHL season where you can see exactly what's going on. Sports books, hey, whatever you want, wherever you can legally place a wager. And you know what? That might be Fliff. I can bet in PA on Fliff like you can if you live in PA, or Cali like Eric is, or Florida like Brad Thomas or others, or Rob and others are. Lay the house. That's it. That's all I need. Sports books, I'm fine. I'm going to leave it open because I'm going to know where I can bet. The only thing I'm going to do here, the only thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to EV range and change that from 0 to 1. That's it. Everything else stays the same. Now, let's see what's working in hockey for us. And now you're not going to go a full week without hitting a bet. Doesn't mean you're going to hit every bet. It just means you're not going to go a full week without not hitting one. So as we wind down here, you can see, all right, every single hockey bet that we've placed, over 18,000 bets, are returning a 4.7 ROI. What does that mean, William? If you're new to this or you just want to start with, it means it's good. It means it's making money. Fanatics in the NHL is not. Fanatics, not a great bet sample size, right? But still, that's hemorrhaging. So now I can pinpoint and say, all right, I want to build a portfolio, but I want to follow stuff that's winning. Well, BetMGM, every single bet at MGM is returning a pretty damn good number. Same thing with DraftKings. Same thing with ESPN Bet. It's pretty damn good. Hard Rock. Okay. Onyx is new. But you can start to see here what's working on DraftKings. Assists, points on DraftKings is working. In fact, shots on goal on DraftKings is working. And it's also working on FanDuel just because I know. You can keep going. Shots on goal. Look at that. So shots on goal. Now we know FanDuel and DraftKings, shots on goal is working in the NHL. And you know what, William? I can see your mind working already. I can see where you're going. Just chill for 1 sec, all right? Because I know exactly where you're going. You don't know anything about the NHL. You don't follow hockey. You couldn't pronounce one of these guys, let alone identify them. Doesn't matter. It simply doesn't matter. Tomorrow's show, I'm going to show you how I cleared 60 units in the WNBA without watching a single second. All right? And look, I'm not alone. There are many, many folks out here who are telling you the same exact thing. January. Look at that. Now, I know we're in February, so I can show you that Lofty post if you like. And just look at all of the people who have popped in and are giving you similar, right, types of experiences like this. This is another one I love, right? Just an average Joe. Shout out to Adam. I mean, he's crushing it too. But it's not just us, and it's not just me, right? Like, you can look at, this is a great thread here from Lofty, right? Where he basically puts out his exact results. Here they are. Then we're going to get out of here. That's February. And then you start to see people pile in, people respond, like our guy Hutch. Hutch Boy's been on this thing from day one. I think Hutch Boy's been working with OddsShopper longer than I've been working at OddsShopper. And I was here day one. Hutch Boy in the house. But what Lofty did here was create this thread, and you get to see a bunch of people respond, and it's awesome to see their pickets, right? I mean, look, this is February. This was on the 25th. I think I lost a little bit, but Sky, right? Lucas smashing it right here. We're doing this all of these shows, everything because it works. All right. Free trial below. Appreciate you all being here. Absolutely. Yvette, that's stochastic. But I guarantee you that if you hit up at Eric Lindquist on Twitter, he will 1,000% walk you through our sims and how you can make this up. Detroit's in the house. Love it, Hood Smokers. Use DK. Fantastic. You can sign up here. All of you. Free week in the chat. All of you. Free week below. Take a shot. I'll help you build your first portfolio, and we can start having some fun. Look, let's win some money. We got a bunch of tickets out here. I'm going to leave this up here for everybody. This thing of beauty on the way out is what we call an Andre Drummond PRA ladder. See ya.